Ramesh Garu from CBSE, Murthy Garu from HUDCO. I could not get your name, sir, but sir is from IBM. Yeah, and RPO is also expected, and all the distinguished guests from banks, coastal area, NGOs, and DCBs and banks, and my colleagues led by our CGM Gopal Garu and all senior officers, DDM friends, and all colleagues, print and electronic media. Welcome to this 44th celebration of our. We could not hold it on that day, so we are holding this here today. And of course, our senior officer, retired officer for this function, I also welcome them. As this premises, sir, that's why we thought we would have this function in our office, even though the space is a constraint. We requested all of our staff to cooperate. That's why the presence of guests were limited, sir. We limited the number of participants, so we are sorry for that. We could call only few of the DCCBs, PACs, and NGOs, sir. And our government departments also, we curtailed them. Means we could not accommodate. That's why we could not call all of them. But we felt that since this first foundation day in this building, we want to celebrate with our entire staff. That's the main motto of why we are holding it here. Why we are not doing for a hotel, so that is a thing. And I am happy that all our dignitaries, they could make it convenient and come here. Actually, Babu Garu, before joining IAS, he was in Nabard also. So whenever we meet him, he fondly remembers his memories in Bhopal. So without taking much time, of course this program will be very brief program, sir. There will be some book releases, the video of Nabard programs. All these book releases and video is by the programs which we have implemented. Then followed by felicitation of our few of the, since this is as we are all aware that this is being celebrated as International Year of Cooperation, sir. So with that, keeping that in mind, we are felicitating some of the DCCBs and PACs only, sir. So we are not felicitating this year any NGOs or any other our partners. Only few felicitations are there. And on this occasion, we had arranged a few stalls in the ground floor, sir, where 3 handloom stalls and 2 village product stalls are also there. And morning it was inaugurated by Madam. So I think by now they had a good sale. So till evening the stalls will be available. So I request all of you to have a look at the stalls and encourage these artisans, because these stalls are made directly by our FPOs and SEG group members, sir. So this is the brief schedule. Then we will be hearing from our dignitaries regarding, they will be giving us guidance regarding how we can go ahead in the future. So these are very brief programs, sir. So now I request our CGM sir to give his inaugural remarks. Thank you.
Friends and my colleagues, the chief guest of this program, Shri Babu Ahmed Garu, IAS, Commissioner of Cooperation and Registrar of Cooperative Societies, Madam Shanti Priya Garu, Principal Accountant General. Then we have Reserve Bank of India Regional Director Shri Bashir Garu, Senior Bhaskar Garu, SLBC Convener and GM of Union Bank of India, MD APCOP, Dr. Srinath Reddy, and APGB Chairman Shri Pramod Kumar Reddy Garu. I extend a very warm welcome to the honorable dignitaries, and I also extend a very warm welcome to the important people who are present here, who are having their office in this very building, like the Regional Passport Officer, sir, namaskar. Thanks for coming to our program. Then we have the CBSE, we have IBM, we have HUDCO from the same building, and the Reserve Bank of India GM, APCOP senior officers, DCCB CEOs, the respective CEOs of primary agriculture credit societies, then we have the NGOs, then we have the retired officers of Nabard, and the officers and staff of Nabard. I extend a very warm welcome to all of you on this 44th Foundation Day celebrations of Nabard that we are observing today. The very purpose of this Foundation Day program is to help us understand what is the performance during the last year and what is the way forward for the next year. So in this context, I would like to mention a few statistics here. Before that, I would like to inform you all that Nabard was formed in 1982 by an act of the Parliament, and during the last 43 years of its journey, it has grown from a balance sheet size of 4,500 crores to 9.8 lakh crores because of the hard work done by our own officers and staff, plus more importantly the support that we have been getting from the various stakeholders, from the Government of India, from the state governments, from the project partners, from the channel partners, from the cooperative sector, from the RRBs, from the commercial banks, from the public sector banks, and so on. Indeed, we have registered during the last year total financial assistance to the tune of 42,842 crores, which has been an all-time high since the formation of the Nabard for the state of Andhra Pradesh, which includes around 30,000 crores of refinance support to the various banks, particularly the State Cooperative Bank, PCCBs and regional rural banks. And we also support the state government by way of loans for their various infrastructure requirements as well as for credit facility for the federations such as State Civil Supplies Corporation. It's not just about numbers, but the impact that this has made in touching lives across the rural landscape of the state of Andhra Pradesh. We have been implementing grant-based projects also, and for this purpose, we were successful in disbursing nearly around 32 crores of grants funds for Matota projects, for watershed development projects, for the farmer producer organizations, and for the financial inclusion activities that Nabard undertakes every year. My colleagues from Nabard will agree that this landmark achievement of the disbursement that I was talking about would not have been possible but for the concerted efforts of all the project partners and the institutions that I just named. Most importantly, the grassroots level organizations development is the key aspect in the whole process, and I am happy to mention before you that the PACS computerization project, which is a flagship program for Nabard as well as Government of India, and more importantly for the state government of Andhra Pradesh, ably steered and directed by our RCS Garu, has become an example for the entire country to follow this model. We are very much thankful and grateful to you, sir, for the directions that you have been giving us from time to time and shaping up such an important project in such a novel and innovative way that we truly acknowledge your support and directions. And as far as Reserve Bank of India is concerned, we get lot of support from the Reserve Bank of India with respect to the supervisory processes that we undertake, and as a regulator they are the guide and torchbearer for the Nabard as far as the rural cooperative banks and the regional rural banks are concerned. The SLBC is very supportive to Nabard's activities and interventions, and we get more than adequate support from the SLBC, from the convener particularly, and they set an example by doing what the others need to do, what the other banks need to do. I really thank them for all this support that they have been giving. Most importantly, our banks like State Cooperative Bank and DCCBs, as well as the RRBs, which were 4 in number earlier, which has been merged into one single entity from 1st May onwards this year, Andhra Pradesh Gramina Bank, which is one of the largest RRBs. I am thankful for the support extended by them in rolling out Nabard's new and innovative projects such as EKCC and so on. Now, I would like to mention about what is our way forward for the current year. Although in numbers it has not been crystallized so far, but we hope to achieve a total business level of around 45,000 crores to 50,000 crores based on the past trends and the requirements of the state, because we are trying to achieve 100% coverage of the farmers through KCC and also increasing the term loan credit flow for the capital formation, which is very much in need for the state of Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh is a state which has ample opportunities. Sky is the limit, they say. And to realize this potential during the current year, this amount may be a minuscule amount, but it can go a long way in shaping up the future of Andhra Pradesh. As Nabard is aligning with the priorities of the state government, I am sure we will get all the support from the state government machinery and we will be in a position to achieve our goals and objectives. I take this opportunity to thank each one of you for being a part of the celebration that we are observing today as the 44th Foundation Day celebrations. I am extremely grateful to each one of you who is present here for taking out time from your busy schedule and coming and sharing the joy and happiness and resolving to be part of us for the journey ahead this year. Finally, I would like to conclude by saying that although we have achieved so much in numbers, we have a long way to go. That is, miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I sleep. Thank you one and all.
Always played host to a vibrant weekly market or Santa. Connecting 9 surrounding villages, here local produce finds local buyers. It's a tradition rooted in community and survival. But until recently, this market had no roof, no sanitation, no infrastructure. Its function in the open, exposed to the heat, rain and dust. When the local banks came forward with a proposal, Nabard extended support under the Rural Infrastructure Development Fund. Today, a well-constructed rural park, Gram Santa, stands tall. It has paved stalls, water facilities, and dignified space for over 60 vendors. Incidentally, many of whom are women. This market has transformed more than commerce. It has restored dignity to the rural sellers, built trust among consumers, and revitalized the village economy. A bank-led community home institution supported by Nabard has truly brought the marketplace back to the people.
కానీ ఈ సంవత్సరం ద్వారా మాకు చాలా ఈ మార్కెట్ ఈ రకంగా మీరు ఏర్పాటు చేసినందుకు మాకు చాలా హ్యాపీగా ఉంది. నిజంగా ఆ సాగులు చిన్న చిన్న సాగులంతా కూడా వ్యాపారం చేసుకోవడానికి ఇబ్బంది లేకుండా అన్ని రకాలుగా కూడా బాగుంది. నీరాజుపాలెం కానీ లేదంటే మన దేవపట్నం కానీ చుట్టుపక్కల మిగతా గ్రామాలన్నీ కూడా చుట్టుపక్కల ఉన్నటువంటి పెద్ద చదువుతున్న చిరుత వ్యాపారాలు కానీ కూరగాయల వ్యాపారాలు కానీ రోజు వర్షం వచ్చినా వాళ్ళు వచ్చినా ఎంత కట్టినా సరే ఎటువంటి ఇబ్బంది లేకుండా జరగకుండా రాత్రి గంటలకు కూడా అన్ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్గా మార్కెటింగ్ చేసుకొని వ్యాపారం సాధించి వాళ్ళ జీవన ప్రమాణం తీసుకోవడానికి ఒక మంచి అవకాశం. ఆ ప్రొడ్యూస్ అమ్ముకోవడానికి ప్రొడ్యూస్ వాడటం కూడా మార్కెట్ ఏకతాటి మీద అంటే ఒకే మండలం.
Without food, we are very happy to convey our sincere appreciation and thanks to all our stakeholders, including the Government of India, state government, banks, development institutions, as well as voluntary agencies, without whose support and cooperation, it would not have been possible for us to record this much of progress during the last 4 decades. This is a celebration for all the farmers, all the rural women and all the rural youth to celebrate the success which has been recorded during the last 4 decades.
Foundation Day, the stories from Kakinada and Konasima stand testimony to what is possible when finance meets faith and intent meets innovation. Backside market, a tribal orchard, a fisherwoman's cold room and self-help group run choir unit. These are not isolated success stories. They are a collective leap towards a more inclusive rural economy. This journey is still unfolding, but the direction is clear. Empowered institutions, resilient livelihoods, and sustainable development led by communities and enabled by Nabard. This is not just our Foundation Day. This is the celebration of every rural Indian who dares to dream.
Thank you, sir.
Four glorious years of service, and in Sanskrit if I say Shatayu Bhava, may you live for 100 years. So Reserve Bank and Nabard have been partners in the development of the economy, especially in a country where a large portion is in the agricultural and rural sector. So it gives us immense pride in seeing a sister institution developing itself, finding ways to improve the livelihood of all the people and taking innovative steps in reaching out to the public. Last 44 years have been a wonderful journey. A lot has been said in terms of statistics and numbers, so I will not repeat that. But I will only say that these numbers don't matter. These are just numbers. You have to look at the change that you brought in the lives of the people. How many people are today thankful to Nabard? I think their wishes are with you today when you celebrate 44 years or when you look forward to the next 50 or 100 years. One thing that you will be looking forward to, especially the younger generation, is climate change. because the first impact of climate change will be on the agricultural and rural sector. So how do you educate people? How you take them forward for resilient farming, for improving water stock, for improving quality of livestock, for improving quality of lives? That is where your challenge lies. You have money for building rural infrastructure. You also have the capability and the willpower of bringing about a change in the lives of people by changing their thinking. Should we be having water guzzling crops? Should we be having a better modified seed which can be pest resistant? Should we be having better supply chains? Does the state require more cold storages? These are the challenges that are ahead, and I am sure that with the current leadership of Nabard, you will be able to make a change on the face of the country, and I wish you all the best for that. Thank you.
Namaskaram. I think, when I look at the dais, all the dignitaries, all are from, kind of related directly or indirectly, belonging to the same family. So as a principal accountant general, I'm on the, audit side. When you think of audit, actually, something which everyone may not kind of have a positive kind of thinking. Of course, Comptroller and Auditor General of India is in charge of audit of Nabard. We do the compliance and the performance audits. But I consider myself, it's a privilege for me to be here today on the celebration of your Foundation Day, and wishing the family of Nabard all the best. What I have seen is Nabard is I was reading there, the voice of Gramin Bharat. It's so appropriate that what was presented and what has been shared by the Chief General Manager and all others. I see that your organization is truly contributing to the every word spoken, and as a lady, as a woman, I feel that when the empowerment of women is spoken, talked about what Nabard has contributed till now, not only to the rural aspects of it, various aspects are being spoken, but when I hear what contribution Nabard has made, even in the presentation what we have seen, infrastructure contribution to the villages, education, someone was mentioning about the providing toilets. This is, I think, the commendable aspect of as an organization you are doing. So, at least I would say, as I've grown, I have had friends from Nabard, and many people I have heard that Nabard, before joining the like civil services, Nabard is in kind of a place from where many of them join the civil services later, and I have had people like that who have kind of gone up to the other level of should I say in a government service. So so I thought being in the same building as a family, we are all together, and it is so wonderful to see all of you celebrating this occasion. And yes, so much to say for the youngsters. As RBI Regional Director was mentioning, that you have to look forward celebrating your 50th day and also 100th. So all the youngsters who are sitting here, I think it's your role, such an important role to take up Nabard to that level where the objective which Nabard has will achieve moral more greater achievements as an organization we have. Thank you once again, and thank you so much for the entire team of Nabard for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Guests on the dais and off the dais, representatives from DCCVs, PACs, and Nabardians, my dear Nabardians. A very good evening. I am forced to participate in this meeting, not only in my official capacity, but also the experience that I had with Nabard throughout my life. I have been an ex-Nabardian. Way back in 2000, I joined as a manager in Nabard in the Bittern Market branch, that was the United Madhya Pradesh in Bhopal. I was in the Department of Supervision, working with the stalwarts. At that time the AGMs, the DGMs, the CGMs were like, our gurus. And we used to look at them with a lot of respect, having spent, years among the rural people, working for their, development and upbringing. A lot of things I learned during my short stint in Nabard. And I've been lucky that after I joined civil service too, whichever field posting that I had been in, and even at as an HOD or as a secretary, wherever I have worked, there has been hardly any occasion where we missed Nabard. That's the depth in which Nabard has actually gone in, or it spread its roots everywhere. Not only just in agriculture and its welfare of the farmers, but in almost every sector. So if you see some of the major infra that you find in Andhra Pradesh, it is actually thanks to Nabard that they all have come up. I'm not narrating one by one. It needs hours to spell out what Nabard has done. From my journey and that day, in fact, I learned a lot, and I always have kept in my mind that Nabard should be a partner in whatever I do, in whichever capacity I have been in the government. And when I joined in Bittern Market, Bhopal, Mr. Gopal was there. I think he was my senior there. So I used to see him, in fact, talk to him. And after 25 years, you are here. And I remember, I think we celebrated 19th Foundation Day in Bhopal. 19th Foundation Day, this is 44. That means 25 years have passed. Time flies. And now, incidentally, the chairman of Nabard is also my college mate from Trivandrum, where I learned agriculture. So I share a lot of information with him. He also shares. As I give him information as a government representative, and then whenever he comes here, I spend a lot of time with him, remembering our years when we were in college. So that way, Nabard is very much part and parcel of my life. I'm so happy to be part of this event when you are celebrating the 44th year. And I find so many officers here belonging to various departments. When the bifurcation of this state happened, incidentally I was the first collector of this Krishna district in the bifurcated Andhra Pradesh. So I was collector here. So institutions were coming from all over, from Hyderabad, from Government of India side. So we were struggling to find, accommodation for them. I still remember we almost raided almost all the available private spaces here, classified them into A, B, C categories, and creating albums and giving it to various institutions to get them relocated. Many institutions came in the beginning. However, some of them took some time, but when they came as one of the best, with best transformation. In fact, Nabard and RBI are classic examples of that. The same building, and that too, I believe that these are some of the best offices in the public sector that you can find in this state. And I think by the time you celebrate 45th or 46th foundation, an iconic building should be coming up in Amaravati. So we have been behind that. I think the land is already allotted. It is in the design stage. Similarly, APCOB, the designing is also over. An iconic building is going to come up. Similarly for Reserve Bank of India. So we will be handholding all the institutions here. This is now your major hub, this building. But tomorrow your major hub should be in Amravati. We will handle all of you towards that. A few more words about Nabard. I been in the cooperative sector for the last 3 to 3.5 years. I'm working with APCOB and Nabard closely. Last 4 years I've seen a lot of transformation in the cooperative sector. Thanks to the Ministry of Cooperation, which has been formed 4 years back, Government of India, the state government and institution like Nabard coming together. For the first time I'm seeing a kind of a cooperative environment in the cooperative sector. You know, all of them coming together and working for the root institutions. In fact, today, earlier when we speak about PACS, only those people who used to be in this area used to know what a PACS is. So now you speak about PACS in Delhi or any other institution, every single person knows. That's the kind of importance that is being given. One of the classic examples of this transformation is the computerization of PACS. You know, the idea of computerization of PACS came after the Government of India, Ministry of Cooperation was formed. And as you know, any change that has to be instilled in a legacy institution, which is more than 100 years, in fact some of the PACS in Andhra Pradesh are more than 100 years old, even before independence they were formed. And to bring them into a change management kind of a scenario, follow a logical kind of a ERP system in the PACS computerized environment was a very difficult task. So, but we involved, the State Cooperative Bank and the due support of Nabard. In fact, I should thank the Ministry of Cooperation in making Nabard as the nodal agency in rolling this out. Given their background. We added one more element to it. We made APCOB as a system integrator, and all the young boys and girls who are working in these two institutions now are well aware of this process, knowing the in and out of the process flows in the PACS system, its financial management, and I am sure that as far as cooperative banking sector is concerned, Andhra Pradesh is future ready. Compared to many other institutions in the same sector. So now it is in your hands. We have actually migrated this 100 years legacy into the system. For the first time ever in the history, the 2025 March year-ending financial year, the e-audit is happening in PACS. Ma'am, it's good. Something relevant to you also. Auditing is happening in PACS now through e-auditing system. That means the schedules, the vouching, everything happens through the system, and anyone can audit a PACS in a matter of a week or 10 days time, because everything is there in a transparent manner available. We have created certain layers onto the base computerization process that has been given to us by Government of India. We have added a lot of layers. In fact, I would say more than 500 odd changes were made and made it more holistic in nature, that it's now a role model for the entire country. Any person who now have an Aadhaar can easily become a member of a PAC, and the transactions in the PACs are real time, and all kind of any facility that you find in a commercial bank branch can now be rolled out through PACs. So given this basic infrastructure that has been put in, basic knowledge that has been put in, now PACs and cooperative institutions in Andhra Pradesh is ready to accept any kind of new objective that it is going to be responsible for. So the Government of India and the state government now are coming with a lot of innovative projects that can be done through PACs. So many things, leave alone the traditional things like godowns, banking and other things. It is now getting into petrol bunks, getting into Janaushadhi Kendras. the common service centers, whatnot. Now the PAX is not being identified just as a a credit institution which is working as at the rural level. Lot of non-credit activities. In fact, in Andhra now, 49% of the activities are credit-based in PAX. 51% is actually for the non-credit activities that it has been spread over to. So PAX will stand its test of time, I am sure, and with the support that Nabard is giving and all its officers who are here are giving, they will be, the future institutions in the rural sector. No doubt about that. With working with a lot of professionalism and aptitude, I would say. So in addition to that, I only request Nabard, and there are few requests too. I think you can take it up to our higher ups too. We need more support in the refinancing sector to the cooperative credit structure from the Nabard. I know that due to various reasons this year there has been a cut, but now we have to reverse it at least in the next financial year, turning it around so that more and more credit flows through this organization. Now, given the visibility that is there in the field, every rupee now can be counted for, so you can now disperse the amount with confidence. In fact, this is also my request to the RRBs and the our lead bank here, the SLBC. Please see PAX as an institution for routing any of the finances which is possible in your area and make them their partners. I think there is visibility for every money that you give them now, unlike earlier. And we can see that throughout its process. So I wish all the very best. I am not prolonging your celebrations. One thing please remember, that you take South India, 30% of the GDP of our state, Andhra, is contributed by agriculture. All the other states, individually if you take, contribute only maximum up to 11 to 12%. That is, agriculture contributes only 11 to 12% of the GDP. The importance of agriculture to Andhra Pradesh need not be substantiated further. This figure alone should be in our mind. 30%, 1/3 of our GDP still comes from agriculture and its allied sectors. So the responsibility of Nabardians in Andhra Pradesh, I would say, is 3 times more than your neighboring states. So please think 3 times, act faster 3 times, and roll out your projects. I wish all the very best for Nabard and its people. Thank you.
To APGB chairman. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Only sir. So, and for information to